Okay, my friends, if we could get started, we'll start the festivities. Welcome to our core team meeting. We all know each other, and I just want to start out by just doing a couple of things. First of all, it's Teacher Appreciation Week, so if you can just give a round of applause for anyone who is a teacher. Teaching is one of those jobs where you do it really well and you don't hear anything, and you do one wrong thing and the whole world just kind of blows up. So it is a tough job, and so we thank everyone and want to just recognize the many teachers in the room, whether you're teaching someone at home and you're not in the teaching profession, or certainly the ones we work with, or you're teaching young adults or people of legal age. We appreciate you also. I want to just speak a little bit about where we are. I noticed it's a little light tonight, but now it's starting to get super busy. And I also want to say, I just wanted to just play in this area. One of my favorite books is 21 Laws of Leadership, and one of the laws is the law of process. Leadership develops daily, not in a day. And what we're doing is about the day-to-day work that kind of we do when we get together. This is not a glamorous, sexy process, but in the end, we will have an outstanding, powerful document that really serves as the guide for the district. And so I recognize that, but I also want to let you know it doesn't, it's the days like this when we commit to kind of being here, and thankfully it's not 75 and sunny out, but we know we have some people with other commitments. It reminds me of the example of Teddy Roosevelt, who went on to help form a great superpower, become president of the United States. But Teddy Roosevelt was big rough rider, cowboy. He was born in Manhattan, weakly, very thin, with, I believe, a severe case of asthma. And his father said, look, you've got the mind, but your body can't handle it. You've got to build your body and your mind. And he did it every day. Teddy Roosevelt did it every day. And he put himself on a really slow growth journey. So he held several positions before he made president. He was actually police commissioner. And I say all of that to say is, like, we're going through that process now. And we have been going through it. So I'm encouraging you to kind of keep moving forward. And I've been sitting back, but I'm going to lean in a little bit more now, because I think it's important that we not lose the focus. I think that probably one of the most important things that will happen for Hamilton within the last, I'm going to go back at least 5 years and go out 5 years, will be a strategic plan that clearly identifies areas of focus and priority and strategic intent and where we want to be. Because here's what we know for sure. We're going somewhere. We are going somewhere, whether we design it or whether it's by default. Make no mistake, by design or by default. So I say let's design it and then hold everybody on the team and give them support to help get there. So I wanted to say that. The next thing, bless you again. The next thing I wanted to say is we've talked about the number of days that we're running out of, and that's fine. And so I did meet with Penny Ciabari, who's the CEO of PLC and Associates. She's like the boss, and she made us an offer we can't refuse. She'll give us up to 5. I did the survey with you folks. Bless you again. Did the survey with you folks. I already alerted the board. And most people said 4 days or 5 days. So Penny will give us up to 5 days at $675 a day, which is about $3,300. Now, because PLC is so reputable, that means they have a COSER with BOCES. Meaning, like, if I said tomorrow I'm starting a company and I want to be a COSER with BOCES, they'd be like, thanks, but no thanks. You don't have the reputation of delivering services throughout New York State. PLC does. So, in effect, for every dollar we spend through that COSA, we'll get 50% back, roughly. It's actually a little higher than 50%. So it'll be an extra $1,500 net for us to get about 16 or 1700 dollars to kind of complete the thing up to 5 days. So I did alert the board that it's being paid for by a grant, and I actually had to give a little bit of myself to make that deal, which is fine. She'll ask me to do some consulting work for her, and that's the way it works when you do business, and if one hand washes the other. But this is that important to us that I would be willing to give my time away as well to make sure that this is done and done well with the people in this room. So I'm sure that'll be a discussion at the next board meeting. Again, we have Focus Grant, and this will help raise the lid. I deeply believe in it, and obviously you do too. And when you think about the whole entirety of what's going on, I look at everyone around the room, and I don't know what you make, but I know that volunteer hours into this is significantly greater than any number that I would come up with in terms of putting together a strategic plan. So I appreciate your time, I value your time, but ultimately I think the kids in this community and this district values your time, especially when it's laid out and where we're going. So enough preaching from me. I'm going to sit down and really lean in, and if we kind of move us along, part of the challenge, we have a lot of smart, passionate people, and that is, you know, we're going to have to tame that a little bit, right? So let's turn it over. Tammy, it's all yours. Thank
the light there.